Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cool custom graffiti text in Illustrator. The cool thing about this is it starts from only some handwritten text on a piece of paper, and you can make it into really whatever you want. For example, today I'm going to be showing you how I made the thumbnail for this video, as well as how to personalize this text more on your own in Illustrator. So a pencil and paper is going to be your best bet when you're starting out with this design. If you use a pen or a marker, your text is going to show up a little more smooth and a little more clean, and that's totally fine if that's what you're going for. But for our graffiti, we're going to try to use a pencil and paper. I've been playing around with these graffiti letters for a few days now, and I want to put them in Illustrator and see how they look. So I'm going to resketch them on a clean white piece of paper. You can really be as clean or as messy as you want with this, it doesn't matter. However, I'm going to try to make my lines as dark as possible because that makes it easier for the Adobe Capture app to really capture your design. Okay, so now that I'm done with my design, I'm going to go to my phone and go to the Adobe Capture app, which is free on the App Store. You can use other scanners, but I just thought it would be best to use the Adobe version since this is an Adobe channel. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of my text, crop it to my liking, and I'm going to turn the smooth on. This might take a minute. Okay, now you can go ahead and save this and send it over to your computer or wherever you keep Adobe Illustrator. Your phone is done. Okay, much better. I'm back on my computer, and let's go ahead and create a new file. So I just airdropped my files from my phone. You could do this however you want. But as you can see, now I have the text in Adobe Illustrator from my phone. Alright, here's where the magic happens. So I'm going to click on my text, I'm going to go to Quick Actions, and I'm going to go to Image Trace. Alternatively, you could go to Image Trace from Window up at the top. This is going to turn your design into a vector, and now you can play around with the settings. Silhouette is actually probably going to be our best bet for the smoothest, but again, you can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of design. So some of your letters might have gotten separated in this process, and you can easily put them back together by highlighting the letter in whole and then clicking the group button. I'm going to go ahead and take my letters and arrange them however I want. It's supposed to say golf. Alright, great. So now that I'm happy with the positioning, I'm going to start fine-tuning this design. Personally, I like how this looks, but say you want this to be a little smoother, which I get. Well, normally I would come and edit these anchor points using the tool of my choice, but as you can see, there's a ton of them, and that would take way too much. So I'm going to go up to Object, down to Path, and down to Simplify, and that way I can simplify the amount of anchor points on this object. As you can see, this is already smoothing this down a little. However, we can clean this up even more by hand. As you can see, I'm going in with my curvature tool and literally just deleting anchor points, rearranging anchor points however I want. And this is what I love about Illustrator is you can do it manually or automatically. So now I've got my G a little more smooth up. Again, I prefer it to be a little more rough, but I could definitely see how somebody would want it to be a little more smooth. Now I'm going to show you how I made the thumbnail for this video. Okay, so I'm over in my thumbnail project. As you can see, I only have the text pulled up right now. The whole thing is too much for my computer to handle right now. But as you can see, if I just go up to Window, Image Trace, and we pull up the Image Trace panel, my preset to this is just default. So I've done everything on the tutorial that I just showed you, except I didn't set it to silhouette, I set it to default. The other thing that I did is I did not group everything together. So as you can see, these are just a bunch of little separate parts that I have. And I think the beauty of it is these little, these little imperfections in it. I think that really makes it great. So what I did, all I did was highlight the letter that I wanted to change the color to. I went over to the Appearance tab. I changed the fill color, the stroke color. I also put the stroke out a little bit more. So as you can see, each letter has its own unique stroke and fill. What I did after that was I highlighted my entire text. I went up to effect, I went down to stylize, and I clicked drop shadow. Now I'll do a tutorial on this later, but as you can see, the drop shadow, it really makes the graffiti go to life. I'll go ahead and click cancel on that now, because again, I will be doing a tutorial on that later, so make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on that. But yeah, that's basically how I did this custom graffiti text in the thumbnail. I really like this effect. I think it looks really cool, and I'm glad you watched this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the things, and thank you for watching.